Is it still worth learning programming in 2026? The short answer, yes, but the situation has changed in recent years, and the approach needs to be changed. If your plan is to memorize syntax, I have bad news. AI is doing a better job. The fact is, at Google and Microsoft today, nearly 30% of code is generated by machines. But there's good news. The barrier between your idea and the finished product has never been smaller. Today, in the industry, we're not looking for coders, we're looking for builders, people who can prove a working product. Today, I'll show you a plan for entering IT in 2026, why the basics are more important than ever, and how to put AI to work so you don't just become a vibe coder. But before we go any further, please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. I also wanted to remind you about our social media channels where we are active. Before you download the latest tools, you need to understand one thing. AI is a great junior developer, but a terrible architect. If you follow the job market, you know that 2026 is going to be a brutal year for juniors. Only less than 5% of job offers are aimed at beginners. To survive, you need to know what is happening under the hood. Why? Because AI likes to lie and hallucinate. If you don't know the basic of logic, data structures and algorithms, you won't be able to verify what Cursor or ChatGPT spits out. Knowing why a given piece of code works is the only thing that distinguishes an engineer from someone who just pastes prompts. If you want to start playing quickly, I recommend Python. 45% of job offers require it, especially in the era of AI and data, and its syntax is simple and understandable. Unfortunately, it's also more advanced than other languages. No semicolons, automatic variable type selection, which can be a problem if you're planning to move to lower level languages. Despite this, I think it's a good place to learn the basics. Knowing the foundations will allow you to build on the rest. Okay, assuming you have the basics down, what will you actually need to build your first app? AI Cursor. This is now the standard. It's not a plugin, it's an entire editor built around AI. It understands your entire repository, not just one file. GitHub Copilot is for those who prefer to use VS Code. The editor itself now comes with this feature. But remember, everyone has a setup with 10 AI agents these days. This isn't your advantage. Your advantage is what you will do with these tools. I would now like to present a fairly simple action plan during which you will be able to build your own application in as little as 2 weeks. Stage 1. Fundamentals and AI coaching. Your task is to find a Python course online. Believe me, there are plenty of them. Use AI as your Socratic trainer. What do I mean? Instead of asking for a ready-made solution, ask, explain to me why this error occurs and guide me to the solution. What can you set as a goal? You should be able to write a script that processes data, uses some libraries, and has some complex logic without AI prompts. Stage 2. Architecture and basic design. Select a problem. Maybe it's a rack answering questions from your 5 to 10 favorite textbooks in PDF format. Configure Cursor to index these files. And now your workflow. Apply the rule, plan, act, review. First, ask the AI to create a standards MD document. Specify what you want your code to look like before the agent types the first letter. Stage 3. Core and integration. Connect to the agent API and focus on one single data flow. The program is supposed to take your query and return a response. Don't expand the function until one mechanism is 100% functional. The principle should be never commit code you don't understand. Read every change an agent makes line by line. Stage 4. UI and shipping. Use Streamlit or v0.dev to create a minimalist interface. One input, one button, one result. Upload your code to GitHub and integrate with Vercel or Netlify. You have a link that you can send to a friend or recruiter. A working product beats thousands of lines of code hidden away on your hard drive. Now I would like to present some prompts that would help you. Prompt 1. Socratic tutor. Act as my programming tutor. I want to understand. Don't give me ready-made code. Instead, ask me leading questions, and use analogies until I figure it out on my own. Prompt 2. Problem finding. I'm a beginner programmer and I want to build an MVP project in 2 weeks. Suggest 3 problems that I can solve with a simple AI model based on my interests. Prompt 3. Senior code review. Take on the role of a senior developer. Review this code for security, performance, and readability. Show me where the AI might have cut corners and why the solution might be risky in production. The most important lesson for 2026 is the user doesn't care how many agents wrote you code. He cares whether the application solves his problem. In a world where code generation is free, the most expensive approach becomes toward the consumer and the product vision. Don't brag on LinkedIn that you have agent workflow. Show off a product that has users. Programming in 2026 is not about fighting machines. It is about being their conductor. Start from scratch, build with AI, but always focus on the final product. Thanks for today, have a good cup of coffee and go build something. Bye.